245. The universal is thus, to begin with, only what remains identical with itself. Its movement is only the uniform recurrence of the same action. Consciousness, which thus far finds in the object only universality, or the abstract, it is mine, must take upon itself the movement proper to the object, and, since it is not yet the understanding of the object, must at least be the remembrance of it, which expresses in a universal way what in actuality is present only as a single item. This superficial raising out of singularity, and the equally superficial form of universality into which the sensuous object is merely taken up, without becoming in its own self a universal, this activity of describing things is not as yet a movement in the object itself. The movement is really only in the describing of the object. The object as described has lost its interest. When one has been described, then another must be started on, and continually looked for, in order that the activity of describing shall not come to an end. If it is no longer easy to find new whole things, then we must go back to those already found, divide and analyze them further, and bring to light fresh aspects of thinghood in them. This restless, insatiable instinct can never run out of material. To discover a new genus of major importance, or even a new planet, which, although an individual possesses the nature of a universal, can be the lot only of a lucky few. But the line of demarcation of what is distinctive of, say, elephant, oak, gold, of what is genus and what species, passes through many stages into the endless particularization of the chaos of animals and plants, of rocks, or the metals, earths, etc., that only force and skill can bring to view. In this realm where the universal is undetermined, where particularization approximates again to singleness, and again here and there descends to it entirely, there is opened up an inexhaustible supply of material for observation and description. But here, at the boundary line of the universal, where an immense field is opened up for that instinct, it can have found not an immeasurable wealth, but instead merely the bounds of nature and of its own activity. It can no longer know whether what appears to possess intrinsic being is not really something contingent. What bears in itself the impress of a confused or immature feeble structure, barely developing out of rudimentary indeterminateness, cannot claim even to be described.